Hey everybody, it's Zox Bigley here, in the car again, little car blog. I guess I wanted to update, just kind of talk about some things that have been going on, in my personal life, and, as far as my YouTuberness and making videos and whatnot. I want to say about 5 or 6, episodes of Alcohol that I filmed. If I don't get all 13 done before Halloween, I'm going to definitely be releasing the first one that I have completely completed. I'm going to be releasing that one on Halloween, if not before that. I'm trying to get them all filmed and then edit them and then render them back to back. That way I don't have to render, and it takes longer that way. Because I could just go boom, boom, boom and get them all done. I am going to be editing tomorrow the Geek Fuel unboxing, so keep an eye out for that. It'll probably be up on Friday, a little late, but just time constraints and my scheduling and stuff like that, and I have coffee. By the way, free plug for Panera, by the way. If you go there, you get their little rewards card or something like that. At least this month. I don't know, it probably changes, but you can get a free cup of coffee every day. So that's a free cup of coffee. And on just before payday, when things are a little tight, that's awesome. So I think the coffee tastes good anyway. So free plug for them. But anyway, so there's that. Patreon. Let's jump into that Patreon. I'm going to be looking into that a little more. Reason why, one of my biggest hindrances with that was I don't have incentives to make people want to, because most people, it's like, if you donate this much, if you agree to donate this much, blah, 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 then you'll get this. I don't have anything. Most I could do is like a little pixel bead version of my logo that I use, which I blatantly stole from Super Mario Brothers 1, but on the NES. But there's that. But that actually takes time for me, and I gotta spend this time to do videos and stuff like that, or at least I want to. But Patreon, I found out you don't need to have incentives necessarily. You just have to have goals set up, which is fine, because there's someone on YouTube, Smarmy Jerkface, also goes. The channel name is Water Cooler Films. Awesome stuff on there, by the way. Sounds like Spoonie. Doesn't look like him. Looks kind of like me from a couple years ago or something. Anyway, he doesn't have any incentives on there on his Patreon. He just has it set up for goals, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. My big one, obviously, is going to be getting a better computer, and that will not only help with rendering and editing, but it will also give me the ability to play games and do streaming, and possibly both at the same time. So there's a lot of games that's on Steam I want to play, and I'd also like to be able to do like sort of like a Let's Play thing, just at least trying it. That's the most I can do, is at least try it, see how that works, and at least streaming. I'd love to do 4-player Alcohol. I don't have the capability with my crap top computer to even do that, so the best way for me to be able to do that is to get a huge, monster of a computer and do it myself, instead of me trying to enlist other people who have a better computer. Say, hey, do you mind doing this? As I always end up coming up with good ideas, but I fall short of having the ability to actually do it. If I had my own kick-awesome computer, that wouldn't be an issue. I am going to be making more videos soon, or at least I'm going to be filming more videos. It does take me an incredibly long time to edit, which is, again, part of the issue. So with Patreon, that will help videos get done more often. If I have a better rig to edit and render on, then obviously I will be cranking out videos a lot more often, and better quality ones as well. Like I'll probably end up getting something like After Effects or something else like that to aid in the visual presentation of my videos. Also, probably a better camera. As it stands right now, I am using my my cell phone camera, which is better, just it works better than the actual old camera I had to Nikon. Nikon works great. It's just there's an issue with, you know, transferring and all this other mess like that, and it's kind of annoying. So there's that. Pardon me. A little indigestion from my my coffee, my wonderful coffee, my free coffee. Delicious. Anyway, on a personal note, I think I mentioned in a car vlog before that that I was having issues again with my my depression, stuff like that, and I was trying to take medication. I did take medication before. I went to an awesome doctor. This is my mom's doctor. He's really, really cool, and I appreciate him for doing this. I lost my insurance. So what I ended up doing was they helped me out. My mom and some other family members, they helped me out, and they kind of put a couple of dollars aside. It was like about $80 for a visit, which is reasonable. When you have it, it's reasonable. I didn't. They did. They helped me out. I set up an appointment, went over there, told them what was going on. Actually brought the old prescription bottle with me and said, this is what worked for me. I'd like more of it and have some refills, please. So what he ended up doing, which was something that shocked me, and then just, you know, how everything works out is really, really awesome, because he basically said, okay, what I'm going to do is give you the one prescription with 3 refills, and they're going to be double strength. Just cut them in half. Last you a lot longer. So, and then on top of that, I went to my Publix that I just like right behind my house I used to work at. Went up to the guy at the counter at the pharmacy, and I'm like, hey, how much is it going to be? He's like, probably about $30 or something. $30-$40, I think. I don't remember. Which is weird, because I think I got a CVS for like $16 without my insurance. So he's like, you know what? I'm looking at this. He goes, looks familiar. I used to work at Walmart for their pharmacy. I think this is on their $4 list. I'm 99% sure. Go there. He goes, if you want, I can fill it here, but I highly suggest go there. It's only $4. I went there. It was $4. So, except for they gave it to me in some little cardboard pop-out plastic thing, and I basically scooped them up and put them into the old bottle I had. I cut them up. So, yeah. You know, so now I'm normal now. Or what will pass for normal as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, I mean, stuff at work is not as bad anymore. I'm actually laughing off a lot of things that, in hindsight, I'm looking at it, I'm like, that would normally piss me off. But, yeah, so I'm very happy, because I have this and I was able to get the help I needed, the medication I needed. So and that will also kind of help me do more videos. I still have this stigma of wanting to edit because of it does take time. And even if I had a better computer, it would still take time, but it would take less time. Probably about a third less time, if not by half. Because with the computer that I am using, which is a desktop to edit on, which is my brother's computer, it's a lot faster and it's a lot better at editing than my crap top is, but still doesn't have like the process, doesn't have the muscle it needs to be able to do that. So that's kind of a headache, but not as bad, mind you, as trying to edit on my laptop. So that, you know, all these things are kind of working together. Hopefully the Patreon will actually do something, because if I can get the computer, then that's, you know, editing will be so easier, and then I'll have like some, you know, good amount of room on there for all the stuff I want to do. I have a movie review 90% complete. Okay, a proper actual movie review, not like the reaction/review kind of style thing, but like a more proper in-depth, well, not in-depth, but, you know, with cutaway gags. I have it 90% completed. I need to re-edit it, but it's so huge that's kind of daunting. If I had this computer, I can get this done. So When I get the Patreon done, you will see a video, and I will be doing that. I will have a video announcing that, basically what the goals are for me personally. And I'm sorry, just playing around with stuff in the car. What the goal is, for computer first and foremost, and possibly like a DSLR or something to that effect, which will take me some time to learn how to use, as well as better editing software and whatnot. Because I use right now, was it Sony Vegas HD Suite 11 or something like that. I don't know what it's called exactly. No, it's got those words in it that I just mentioned. It's not all in that right order. So there is that. So that's basically what I want to be doing. I want to make videos. I would love to make a short film, something. I mean, I did write this short story. I don't know if it's on Manic Expression right now, but I was told that it would make a good visual, which is the Lex Emerson story I did, and I would love to be able to do that visually, because when I wrote it, I saw it. And that's kind of how, when I write things, I kind of see it visually in my mind, and then, and then I try to put it in words, which is kind of difficult sometimes. But with that little short story, I try to cram as much information in a small amount of space as possible, in order and say things without them being said outright. Some people get it, some people don't. I've had it be basically like a literary Rorschach test when it comes to some of my friends who've read it. I would love to do that. I would love to do the horror movie idea. I have actually 2 horror movie ideas. One is The Killer Knows, which is basically sort of a, what if the Blob was used as, a medium for doing plastic surgery. That's basically the idea. I have a video up where I discuss that more in depth. But that's basically what it is. What if the Blob was used as a medium for plastic surgery? That's basic, and it's The Killer Knows, N-O-S-E, not K-N-O-W, but S, or however. I probably spelled that wrong. Then there's another idea that I had about a sort of akin to the Ring, I think it was. Yeah. Whatever one it was with the VHS tape of doom, something similar to that. I have an idea of. I will divulge that at a later date and give basically, and that would feature more people from Manic Expression. I think it just spat at the camera. That was kind of disgusting. Sorry about that. That I would love to feature people from Manic Expression. James, Decker if he's not busy. Creepy if he's not busy. Les, anybody else who wants to jump in on it, the people who, Big Black Hat Man, people who are always there for me, whether they are personally or not, through their videos that I watch, then that I enjoy. I would love to be able to work with them one day, and something like this, which would basically be a series of clips. Not kind of like how Manic wants to do the ABC's Manic Expression, but something different. I'll go into more detail later. I don't want to take up time. It's like almost 14 minutes here. So, so that's basically all the updates and everything I got going on right now as far as what I'm looking into doing. I've done, like I said, about 4 or 5 alcohol horror reviews, which they're becoming more fun because I'm having more fun watching the movies. Some of the first one I did was just like, it was a drudge until the last part, which was just a bunch of what the heck. So I want to have this be a thing. I kind of want this to be like a recurring thing if it does well. I might just keep doing it anyway, just for the heck of it, because I got a lot of movies I want to watch. And the thing is, I call it alcohol horror, but even though there's a few movies that aren't horror movies, so I just kind of want to, I don't know if I should do that separately as like its own reaction / review thing, or just keep it under the alcohol horror title, which would probably be easier. Just have a couple of beers, watch a movie, and if it's good, it may be bad, whatever. Sort of beer and board games meets, welcome to the basement kind of a deal. Except for I won't be showing clips. That's the only problem. I can't do that. I don't want to do that because I don't want to have to incur, YouTube's copyright Nazi bots. As everybody who's tried to do anything on YouTube has found out. Oddly enough, I do have a video up that uses clips from a movie that has not been flagged, thankfully. So a big thank you. I think to, was it New Line Cinema / I think Paramount owns it now or something like that. No, it is New Line that owns it. If I don't even know what the parent company is anymore. Possibly Warner Brothers. I don't know. It's either Warner Brothers or Sony. They usually own everything in the universe. So, all right. I'm at 15 minutes. I'm putting my hand up here so I can see the timer. 15, almost 16 minutes. Okay, I'm done. I've wasted your time long enough. Thank you very much for watching. And as I move the camera around to get closer to my very large face, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next time whenever that video is going to be. It's probably going to be the review of the Geek Fuel box. So thank you and bye.